A Lowcountry family buried 4 pets in a cemetery, but later learned the cemetery is shutting down. So, what options do they have after spending thousands on what is no longer a final resting place? News 2's Rebecca Collett investigates in this Call Collett report.
Pets are like family for Anthony Snelwar, remembered in these pictures and memorialized in these graves.
I just always felt better about burying my pets rather than cremating them. Just burning something just kind of gave me a weird feeling.
During the last decade, he buried 4 dogs with a personalized headstone marking their graves at a pet cemetery on Johns Island.
The thought that someday somebody might dig them up doesn't cross your mind.
But in December, the family received this letter. The cemetery was closing.
You lay your loved one to rest with the expectation that they're not going to be ever disturbed.
See, new owners, Chucktown Charlie, bought the land and didn't plan to continue the pet cemetery. No law requires them to do so. They offered to return the headstones at no cost and refunded Anthony $650 for one pet burial they conducted. But it didn't sit right with Anthony.
She took responsibility for the dogs when she bought the cemetery.
Anthony's previous 3 dogs were buried before Chucktown Charlie took ownership of the land and started the doggy daycare. The owners declined a taped interview but sent a statement reading, "Chucktown Charlie has operated as a lodging, training, play care, and grooming facility only." And because the relationship with Anthony has soured, documented in these sheriff's reports, they said he wasn't allowed back on the property. The access to the grounds of the pre-existing non-operational pet cemetery were closed for the safety and well-being of the pets in our care, our customers, and our staff. It appears there's little recourse. In New York, where Anthony's from, pet cemeteries are inspected and regulated by the state, and state law requires a license to operate. The land is also protected. But here, according to the South Carolina Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation, there are no laws for pet cemeteries and no oversight of their operation.
I was hoping that this was going to be a permanent resting place. I never in my wildest dreams expected that something like this would happen so soon.
Right now, Anthony is weighing his legal options, and he's also considering having the pets exhumed. But it would be expensive, and there are no regulations on pet cremations either. Rebecca Collett, Count on 2.